since since I gotta go live on my phone. I still got these out here. Come on in, y'all. I got they ass. We gonna get this out. We're gonna get this message out. I'm gonna do my best to not be on here like a Baptist preacher, but I am gonna get this message out. Y'all come on in. Shout out to all my members, whether you are an Epic Mystic member or whether you are a subscriber of the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for rocking with us. Special shout out to the Epic Mystic members. Those of you who have been on the membership, thank you. Please, as you come in, give me your likes, thumbs up. Thumbs me up is free 99. And that's how you spread the good messages. Thank you so much. Obviously, this is an important message. It's a message that's so important that they have to mess with the Wi-Fi where I'm at. That's how important this thing is. But we're going to get it out. And whatever needs to be said is going to be said. And whatever needs to be withheld is going to be withheld. The right people are protected. And the wrong people are unprotected. This is what it is. Today is Saturn's Day. That's why I had that message titled Saturn Days. Because Saturn has now lifted up the days or the optical illusion to keep you in the days off. And now this has been set on those who came for you. This is the African American Tarot deck that I grabbed. And when I was parting the deck to start shuffling, this is what it fell on. This is the Tower card. And what I was saying to y'all was this deity, this entity has came and flooded. This is a cosmic force that came and caused great terror or a tower to befall this village. And these people can see, they can see this entity, which means they see what is doing what. See, as you can see, this person is actually looking up. This person is actually looking at the deity. So these are spiritually minded people who can see what's happening. They know what, and they also know why. When at the bottom of the deck was the Five of Wands. This tower is happening to the people who did not want to let go this spirit of competition, who felt like if they take you down, they'll get some kind of clout. Okay? I don't know why this is important, but let me explain something to you. Hey, D from the D. She said, because I can. Love and light. Thank you, baby. Love you, too. Thank you for your donation. Let me explain this to y'all. Real short and simple. In the beginning of this, and everything is in the description box if you want to go and book a reading, if you want a product, if you want to do a $5 one-card reading, everything is in the description box, okay? The $4.44 ritual is still going. Please look at the community post. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what this ritual is when I've already posted it. I periodically post all the information you need. If it says Cashapp and that's the only payment listed, do not send me PayPal when I only have Cashapp up there. Okay? It will be sent back to you. I'm looking, there's somebody who sent me $5 on the PayPal. I'm looking to see how I can send that shit back. And because it wasn't a purchase of a sort, the person was able to just send it like a friends and family. There is no way for me to refund it. Though some of y'all be like, I want to give, but you ain't got no friends and family. So I know y'all be lying. Don't tell me you want to give, but you don't. It's okay if you don't want to give. You ain't got to lie to kick it. I'm just asking that y'all show up with good energy. That's all. Everything else is going to come in place. Everything else is going to follow. All right? But this entity has been unleashed from the bowels of hell. And it reminds me of my childhood because lately, and I was telling my daughter, I was breaking this movie down. You know, I grew up in a family where my mother, and my brother, we really used to binge watch movies, horror movies, especially when I was young. And I have a very dark sense of humor. So dark that if I told you a joke right now, it probably would offend some of y'all. That's how dark my humor is. And it wouldn't be a personal joke toward y'all. It would just be a regular joke. But, you know, I like old school comedians. The ones who offended people and everybody laughed. I don't like this new age stuff where everybody got to be safe. I don't like none of that. But anyway, I was telling her about one of the movies that I used to watch all the time when I was a little kid. It was called Pumpkinhead. And if you've never seen this movie and you want to see it, spoiler alert, so you may want to mute me or you may want to fast forward. Okay? But in this movie, make a long story short, in this movie Pumpkinhead, there's some city slickers that are traveling through these little small towns, and they stop to get gas and eat and piss and all this other stuff. Well, they stop in this very, very, very small town. Not even a town, just like this little, almost like a little village. They stop there to gas up. And of course, there's like 6 or 7 of them. And one of them is, of course, the egotistical, handsome one. He takes out this motorbike. Okay? And this older man named Ed Harley has a son. A little blonde-haired, cute little boy. Freckle face, wear these thick-ass glasses. And this little boy is intrigued by these city slickers because he's never seen nobody like them. He's just used to the commoners and the locals. So he sees them riding on these dirt bikes, going through these hills and stuff like that. And these local people are not impressed. And the little boy ends up going up the same hill that this man is using to show off his dirt bike on. It just so happened that this man on the dirt bike hits and unalives the little kid. Now, surely it was an accident, but they didn't even need to stop and, you know, show their shit off in front of these locals, right? So the man is distraught. This is his only child, and he's the one raising this child. He's a full-time father. The mother probably died during childbirth or something like that. Okay? So he goes up in this secluded place of the forest woods in like this mountainous area. Okay? And he goes to see this witch. And he tells her that he wants revenge for his son's death. Okay? So she says, she gives him a disclaimer. Now listen to me. Okay? Listen to me. Yeah, you're right. You can't fast forward on the live, Cynthia, but if they want to mute me, they can. But this is important. Just hear me out. Because this is a part of this reading. I'm about to show you what's getting ready to happen. Okay? And this shit actually might make the news. And I'm talking about not locally, not nationally. I'm talking about worldwide news. Just listen to me. This man, he goes to this witch. And he wants to get revenge for these city slickers coming in here and taking his son from him. He does not care that it was an accident. You should have been more careful. That's what he's saying to himself. By right, he has all to be mad. Because honestly, they didn't feel bad. They really didn't show as much remorse as they should have. They just wanted to hurry up and get the fuck out of Dodge. And that was the other part. They didn't want to be held accountable really for what happened. Okay, so I can't blame this man. So when he goes to this witch and she tells him and she says, look, before I conjure this thing up and set these wheels in motion, I just want you to know, and I'm just paraphrasing what she told him. I want you to know that once I put this shit in motion, this is a chariot that you cannot reverse. This is not a car that you can throw in reverse. This is a chariot. It has to go forward. It has to run its course. So he told her, all right. Now, mind you, he took his son's lifeless body up there with him. Okay? So she cuts his hand open. She takes blood from his hand. She cuts the baby's hand open, takes blood from the baby. And she makes the father goes to a pumpkin patch. She said, the thing you're looking for is buried up there. He goes and he unburies or resurfaces Pumpkinhead's remains, brings them to the witch. She combines the blood of the innocent, the one who was passed, with the blood of the one who's asking for vengeance to be avenged. The living, the Father. And she concocts whatever else she needs to. She puts it with that, and then she puts it into the mouth of Pumpkinhead, and this thing comes alive. Now, mind you, this is now a demon from one of the realms of hell. Yes, I said one of the realms of hell, because y'all have to understand, hell is like a body. It has arms, it has legs, it has a belly. That's why you call it the belly of the beast. The depths of it, right? So it's realms, different realms or levels of hell. So this thing is conjured up from one of the realms of hell to rehouse itself in this Pumpkinhead body. And it grows. And it is now binded to this man, Ed Harley, the father of the slain son, in a blood contractual agreement to slay everyone responsible for his child's death. And then that's when it's done. The downside to this blood contractual agreement is that every time Pumpkinhead slays one of them, he sees it. And he takes actually a bit of that into himself. Okay? Which actually eventually in the movie drives the man crazy. You have to see this movie. It's a classic. They did call it a B-list movie or a Z-list movie. To me, it's a really good movie to say that CGI was not a thing like that back in those days. You got to see it. I say all that to say this. These people who did not want to stop torturing you, bringing you through all kind of shit, there's Hunger Games energy here. They put you through Hunger Games. For one, I personally know this shit. I went through this. So I know what I'm talking about. These are people who made contractual agreements with energies that they cannot fulfill these contracts. And these energies are angry. Because, listen, there's something called universal law, and then there's something called cosmic law. Follow me, because we about to go down a rabbit trail. And I promise you, ain't nobody else saying or teaching any of this shit like how I'm about to break it down to you. Universal laws is the laws that you know, right? The law of karma, the law of cause and effect, the law of polarity, the most famous one, the law of attraction. That's just to name a few. But then you have cosmic laws. Cosmic laws are a set of rules for celestial beings and energies. Cosmic. Okay? These override the rules that are set for humans. In other words, universal law is what rules humanity. Cosmic laws is what rules those who are above humanity. Now, you got a lot of celebrities that are walking around here that are using y'all's likes and accolades and hand claps and woo, especially at these concerts, how they're using it and they're turning it into adoration and glorification, thinking that they're a deity. These people have been told that they're a deity when really they're being housed by fallen angels. Okay? They're not a deity. They're not immortal. They're not deities. These people are being housed by malignant demonic spirits. The Nephilim, the world, the men of renown, the ancient energies that were cut down in the great deluge. Follow me, because we're about to go somewhere. Okay? Follow me. These people, especially these celebrities, this keeps coming up for a reason. Because I did not come on here to make this live about no goddamn celebrities nor karmics. But I'm going to do what Spirit's telling me, because I'm about to open up your mind to something. All right? These people have been trying to steal divinity from people like me so that they could become divinity in cosmic eyes, because they want to bypass the law of karma. They can't. They can't. Listen to me, and listen to me carefully. They thought that they can do anything and everything because the satanic part of the left-handed path says, do without wilt, that is the whole of the law. But that comes from Aleister Crowley. That don't come from the cosmos. I'm about to help you get an understanding. Because some of you think this left-handed path shit is reckless. It's not. And some of y'all think getting into Satanism represents alone the left-handed path. It does not. Because even Anton LaVey on his deathbed got an epiphany and a revelation that caused him to say that everything was wrong. The man was scared when he was crossing over. I want to enlighten you onto something, because there is something here that is already here in the world that is getting ready to be revealed, and it's called Abaddon. Because these people would not stop. This is what's been unleashed. And they got you thinking in the book of Revelation, that when the abyss opened up and Abaddon was to walk the earth, that he was going to come fucking up the innocent. No, honey. He's an instrument of God. It's an executioner spirit. To lay this shit to rest, death card, once and for all. Because after all, she is the great equalizer. Everything has to answer to her. They said the Spirit of God hovered over the deep, right? Which means the waters. The Spirit of God, the presence of God, Shekinah, feminine, existed because the wisdom of God needed to know how to create the earth, the physical part of earth, right? Or ereth, E-R-E-T-H, ereth, or eret in Hebrew, which is the actual mass of earth. It's herself, right? Watch this. Sophia, wisdom, who accompanied God, said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Where do you start? At the reverence of God. Not fear. Not low vibrational fear. The reverence of God is the beginning of wisdom. And all thy getting, get an understanding. I'm about to help you. Wisdom is Sophia, feminine aspect. But the first thing that wisdom was known as, that is not written in the 66 Bibles, the 66 book of the Bible that you can get out of Walmart, was death. Death and wisdom is the same entity. How did I know? Because darkness was before the light. Death, the great void, is death. The great void. Within death is infinite, limitless possibilities. Stop thinking that she is limited to the annihilation of a mortal body returning back to the dust from which it came from. She represents the end all, the great equalizer, which brings the opportunity of unlimited possibilities. What am I saying here? These people are now being dragged to hell. They're being dragged to hell. These people, this is the 8 of swords. You see this hellhound here? I brought up Hela during our last live. The goddess of death, the goddess of hell herself. Look, she got this fire, Prometheus fire. She's the keeper of the light within the darkness. No one can... Who's going to kill off death? Nobody. How can you kill off something that rules death itself? You can't. So these people have been trying to figure out why they can't. Why can't they kill you off? That's why. And Hela, also known as Hecate in some other culture, and then you got her known as another culture as the goddess Nyx, the god of the night in the underworld. Hecate, or who I call Hecate, she is also the goddess of hellhounds. They do her bidding. All this shit that these people have conjured up to hurt you, they cannot. The contractual blood agreements is not voided. It's being turned against them now. But let me say this to you. They thought they were under cosmic law because they were stealing divinity. These are entities and deities that are sitting on these people who have, watch this, they have put themselves under an illusion and a deception that if they steal divinity from other people who don't know of their own divinity or are not awakened, because they think non-awakened deities is easy to steal from them, not realizing that it actually triggers their awakening through trauma, through traumatic experiences. Not realizing you're being used as an instrument to awaken this god or goddess who is naturally under cosmic law. This is why you can't kill them off. And these deities will still hold themselves accountable to the universal law out of respect to the humans that are here. Even though they could bypass. They won't. Because these specific people that they have been coming toward to hurt and harm, they have awakened to who they are, and they are the gatekeepers of the universe. And now these people who wouldn't stop attacking, this is what's coming. This entity, this deity. This is a galactic deity that they're gonna see coming. They're gonna see it, and this is what it's gonna do. It's gonna wipe out their whole entire fucking village. Cosmic laws are a set of cosmic rules that was set and agreed upon by multiple galactic councils that came together representing each galaxy in constellation. The Sirius constellation, they have their own set of galactic councils. Okay? The Andromedan galaxy has their own galactic councils. These 7 or 8 known, and I say known because there are some unknown ones, unknown to humans. They came together eons ago and set these galactic rules in place, and they call them cosmic laws. For lack of a better term, we're going to call them cosmic laws. They are listed as something else. It is longer and it is in another language. Okay? But for lack of a better term, I'm going to use the word cosmic laws. These are the laws that were set and agreed upon when they chose out of their race who they was going to allow to come here wrapped in flesh to represent their galaxies for the sake of humanity. Okay? These people's goals, they have their own galactic councils of light. Okay? I'm not talking about the Galactic Federation. That's the Watchers. They're the ones who are just supposed to watch. They're not supposed to intervene. That's different. The Galactic Federation are just watchers. That's all they're supposed to do. When they intervene, just know shit really got bad because they're not supposed to intervene. They have before. I'm talking about the Galactic Councils with an S of light. Because usually they come down as light beams. Because when you have to have a certain knowledge and you have to be vibrating a certain way in order to see them in their actual form. That's why they come as just light. You can't see their face, you can't see nothing. They have agreed upon these cosmic laws. And these cosmic laws are set for them and their offspring that they've sent here. One of those ones that they sent here, you know him as Jesus. In the Greek, Jesus' name actually translates as Zeus. And actually the word Jesus or Yeshua actually translate as the word earth pig. If you don't believe me, look it up. I ain't telling you nothing you can't look up except for the cosmic laws. Because see, I get my knowledge from a certain place. There's just some things y'all not going to be privy to. Okay? So just listen up. And if you don't trust me, pull cards on it or go to whoever cosmically you deal with, ask them. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. See? Because I'm not clout hungry. Now, with that being said, let's continue. I just had to block somebody on here. When Jesus came here, he was saying some stuff that was extremely hardcore for a lot of people. And if you really want to break it down, Jesus was a left-handed pather. He was a mysticist. He was a magi. Okay? He had been initiated into Egyptian magic. He also had received the Yogi Fire Flame. He had did a lot of traveling before his 30th birthday. He had been through a lot of initiations, which is one of the reasons why they leave his childhood out of that Bible. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. I actually happen to know some of the initiations that he actually went through. And I'm not gonna say them here. He had one more initiation to go through. And when he got that, that's when his so-called, they say, ministry started. But the truth is, his ministry started before he had even taken breath in this earthly realm. The reason why he is actually considered a left-handed pather in the esoteric teachings and also in the origins of Arianism, and I'm talking about true Arianism, which is India. Do your research. I'm not talking about them hateful people. I'm not talking about Hitler's cross. He got that swastika is a reversal of a symbol for the sun in the sky. Do your own research now. Now, when he came here, he taught against what the Sadducees and the Pharisees spoke about. He came here to break tradition. And because of him, they said what? The veil was torn between God and man. You didn't need a priest. You didn't need a priest to beseech God for you. That now after Christ, you can go to God yourself. They did not want this kind of teaching to become mainstream because it takes the job away from the pastor and the preacher. Okay? And you have to understand that these sects, sects, of Sadducees and Pharisees under a religious dogma was rich because politicians had them in their pockets. Whoever ruled religion back in those days ruled the people. Because that's what, if you came as a politician that could handle this religion or redirect religions, then you would have the people under your thumb. Ain't nothing changed but the weather outside. They still do this to this day. So listen to me and listen up. And I have to mention this so y'all can see where I'm going with this. Okay? These people wanted to take your place. These people wanted to be you because they are not you. In other words, they wanted to be rendered as a cosmic being. These fallen angels want their place back. and you are considered to be in their place. How dare this man named Yeshua HaMashiach walk this road and tell us and tell the people that they can see God for themselves. He's taking our profession away from us. We got to do something about it. Mind you, these people were not foreigners. They were of his own kind. I'm about to help you. It was not immaculate. His birth, there was nothing immaculate about his birth. There was nothing immaculate about his birth, and I've already explained that. If it's meant, I'll get on to that. I'll get onto that. The reason why they lied about Jesus' birth being immaculate, him being conception, his mother getting pregnant by God himself, as if like he just breathed on her and just popped up pregnant, is because they felt like that was going to be able to explain the miracles that he did. But what you don't understand was that Christ came from a galactic royal race. Christ was not a human. I mean, listen, there is a church called Church on the Rock, 3 hours from where I'm at in Sedona, Arizona, created by a European woman. And when this woman first built this church on the rock, she put an alien on the cross on the outside hanging. And these people, the local people, got angry and mad and asked her, why did she put that shit up there? And they said, why are you depicting Jesus Christ as an alien? That's spitting in his face. That's our savior. And she said, well, I mean, he's not from, he was an alien. He wasn't from here. And they asked her, prove it. So she went into the New Testament and rattled off several things that the man said in the New Testament, in the first 4 books. And they couldn't prove her wrong, so all they did was threaten her. So guess what? She ended up getting the thing taken down. So now when you go to visit the Church on the Rock, you just see a cross. But when you go inside, you see a big-ass, creepy-ass statue of a white Jesus in there, looking down at your ass. That's her telling you that he was of a different origin. They know that he is reincarnated into a woman. They know this. They know exactly who she is. They know that Christ's energy is very, very close to melanin. They also know that magic, the word magic itself, comes from a derivative word that actually denotes and points towards melanin. They know this. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Why do you think the Germans and the Russians worship a black Madonna? Huh? The bloodline was in the woman. It was in Mary. That's why they barely talk about Joseph, even though Joseph and Mary were cousins. You go back there and see what lineage he comes from. She's one of the children of Israel. She comes from a certain tribe. She comes from Judah. Judah, where the word Jew comes from. Judah, which means praise. I ain't never seen a bunch of singing niggas like I seen black folks. Judah meaning praise. Judah. Jew comes from the word Judah. The daddy, Joseph, I believe is a Benjamite, who I think comes from the tribe of Benjamin, or he comes from a different tribe, but I don't think he comes from Judah. So she did indeed marry a kinsman. Back then, there was no problems with that. I've already explained to y'all several times how he came about and why they tried to hide her pregnancy. It was no immaculate conception involved. However, there was a galactic conception. Okay, listen to me. These fallen angels, these Genesis chapter 6 Nephilim, Nephal. The Hebrew word Nephal means to fall, have fallen from above. Nephilim were famous back in those days. Genesis chapter 10, Genesis chapter 11 speaks about one of them named Nimrod. Thank you, Severin Speaks. You say happy early birthday. Thank you. Yes, my birthday is tomorrow. Mañana. Listen to me. Nimrod. And all it says is Genesis chapter 10 and 11. It also said, all it says was Nimrod was a mighty hunter before the Lord. And it repeats that same sentence in a different way. It just says he grew up to be strong and mighty, and he became a mighty hunter before the Lord. But then it goes in Genesis 11, it talks about the Tower of Babel, how man was congregated together to come up under one language to try to create a tower to reach heaven to overthrow God off the throne. And then God says, let us go down there and confuse their language. Now God said, let us go down there. Now who is us? Because God was talking to somebody, wasn't he? And the word God translates in the Hebraic term Elohim. So I am Nephilim, Elohim, Seraphim, Cherubim. I am means plural, more than one. Right? Elohim means more than one God, judges, rulers, a form of also angels, angelic hosts, the councils of light. You ain't got to believe me. Do your research. You don't have to believe me. See, but what I'm throwing down is the truth. That ain't a sword's energy here. Because see, I ain't got nothing to gain off of lying to you. But I got a lot to gain from telling you the truth. Because I'm setting you free today. Because I'm about to tell you what you need to be aware of. Because it's something that's going to hit and make the worldwide news here. You are about to see the annihilation of the fallen ones as we know it. And it's going to be shown in the 3D. People are Armageddon, the apocalypse. Oh my God. Armageddon been going on. That word Armageddon in Hebrew and even in the Greek, it's actually translating to talk about the war in the mind. The battlefield in the mind. How you think. It's been happening. We've been in Armageddon. Now, the apocalypse. Abaddon, or Abaddon, the executioner angel of God, is now coming up from the depths of HEL, or hell, and is about to execute the hell out of all these motherfuckers who kept you in this Eight of Swords, Five of Wands energy. You're going to see it with your natural eyes. You're going to see how these blood contracts is about to be turned on the head of those who can't fulfill them. The reason why I brought up the difference between universal law and cosmic law is because even though these people they're housing fallen angels, they're still under universal law. They thought they surpassed universal law. No, nigga. It still applies to you. Cosmic laws is only rendered for people who are like Jesus. And even then, they still abide by universal law because they are here to be a leader to humanity. Don't get it the fuck twisted. You gotta wait. It's going, hey.
But it ran out signal.
I don't care. It's going to come back on, but you got to be patient. You have to be patient. And don't be making all that noise because you having a fit. Do you understand? Hush and let me finish. I don't have no control over that. That's not my Wi-Fi. Now let me tell you this. This cosmic law here is what's eating these people alive. They can't get back under cosmic law. And I'm not talking about these people in the flesh. I'm talking about what's housing them, these fallen energies. Because they feel that if they get back under cosmic law, that means they're in right standing with God. When they've been given the, watch this, they were already given the chance to be redeemed. Now, I'm about to tell you something that's going to knock your socks off. You may not believe me right now, but I promise you that indeed, if what I'm saying is true, it is going to be confirmed in more than one way. Now, I'm going to say this to you. Christ came as a redemption for the souls of humanity. Listen to me carefully. The divine feminine energy that has been reincarnated into Christ this time did not just come to give hope and faith to humanity of what was given before as a gift, but she is given here as a living, not living and not a sacrifice, as a living gift, because the living sacrifice was Christ. She is now has been, watch this, given as a gift, the last point, touch, and contact from God, Elohim itself, to these fallen angels as a point of redemption. So don't think it's strange that you are always sent before the tower hits. Every time. Because you are the last touch and point of contact for these people that they keep asking God to redeem me, I want you to redeem me. But they won't turn away from their wicked ways. They keep throwing these fucking wands out here, and they keep making these contractual agreements with entities and deities that they cannot fulfill. So guess what? God brings you. Before they are turned over to unforgivable sins, God says, let me bring this angel in here. Because if I don't, they're going to be lost. And I'm not going to be able to redeem them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Talk back to me. Because some of you and your family members, my God, Holy Spirit, thank you, Sunny Days. Thank you for my, thank y'all for thank everybody for y'all donations. I'm so grateful and thankful for you. You have no idea. And not because y'all give, but because y'all showed me love. Because if nothing else, love is the deciding factor for me. Money is just a byproduct of the love. I'm grateful. Hear me when I say this. Some of your family members cannot be saved, honey. And they calling your phone, and they texting your phone, and they giving your phone number away to other people to reach out to you to make sure you still got the same phone number. Because guess what? They are now facing a tower moment. They have reached the threshold and crossed over to where they can't be redeemed no more, because you was the last deciding factor. They want to know who you are. I'm telling you who you are. You are the karmic, cosmic angel, set in stone, given as a gift to that physical bloodline that you were born into. That's why you feel like an orphan, but you know you're not adopted, because your mama and your daddy really is your mama and your daddy, watch this, by birth, not cosmically. Cosmically and spiritually, you are adopted. That ain't your real people. You were planted into that physical bloodline to redeem them, because you are the last touch and point of contact. Because see, there's some demon energy you didn't know. There was some fallen angel bloodline in that realm, in that bloodline you didn't know about. And so a redeemer had to come somewhere. Okay. All right, here we go. What am I saying? What are you saying, Rafiki? I'm just simply saying this. The actual divine feminine, the actual head, that's the Christ herself on this earth in this lifetime right now, living, breathing, talking, and everything. Because she's walking the earth as one being. As one being. Now she got helpers now. Y'all the helpers, right? Y'all the ones who been planted. Y'all the many angels and all this other stuff. Y'all the star seeds and the light workers. But there is one particular being who walks this earth. And she is the Christ of this time. She was actually sent as a redeemer to these fallen angels. And watch this. This is God hearing their cry. And because they did not discern her, in the book of Jude it says, they are then turned over to everlasting judgment. Everlasting hellfire. They're thrown after the judgment. Okay? Some of them fallen angels were so wicked, they had to be bound up until the time of judgment. What I'm telling you right now, we are in those times. We're in those times. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. India, I don't know what it is about. We're getting ready to hear something happening in India. And it's going to be under the guise of a natural disaster. It could be an earthquake. I'm not going to say it's big. I don't see something huge. But what I do see is something about a temple. And on this temple, there's a deity with his legs wide open and his testicles and stuff. Something down in many arms. I'm not talking about Shiva and I'm not talking about Kali. I know who they are. But there's something about, I'm also seeing Cambodia. There's something about certain temples that's in these rainforest type of places. We're getting ready to hear of. Also, there's going to be an archaeological find. Something about a calendar, a time capsule, or something about time lapse. I'm sorry. Also, something about an instrument or a device that helps like a sundial. Something is going to be unearthed here. But it's coming with a spirit. Hear me well in what I'm saying. There's been an unleashing because I see a bunch of bats. I spiritually see this hole in the ground and there's a bunch of bats coming out of this ground. This is not going to resonate with every one of you. But this is going to resonate with the ones who you want to know why you've been going through all of this hell. And now all of a sudden, as you've been in your hermitage mode and you've been healing, and now all of a sudden the phone is blowing up. And everybody who wants to come up from the past, now they want to act like they never did you nothing and smile in your face and be your friend. Some of them think they can be bold and come and try to intimidate you. Be not dismayed. You are way more protected than what you know. Their heart will fucking stop before they would even be able to put a hand on you. Do you understand me? And that shit is etched in stone and cannot be undone. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I am telling you what's about to pop off. They're going to be like, oh, she was healthy. He was healthy. There was nothing wrong with his heart. Yeah, because it was the plot that was in his heart. That's what stopped it. Who can know the heart but God unless he show it to man? I'm telling you what's about to happen here. I keep hearing Yogi Fire Flame. These people are in trouble. These people are in deep shit. And they know it. And watch this. They so scared. 8 of Cups. Look, I can't make this up. These people are so scared that they are trying to petition the same deities and saying, here, take whatever you want. You want my house, you want my car, you want my money. Do you want the fame that I was working on, or do you want the fame that I have? You can have that. Just please stop this. I don't want this. They're trying to stop the wheels of the chariot that's already been put in place. But see, what you don't understand is this. They conjured up deities and entities that are ruled by cosmic law, not universal. Which means, watch this. This is where I'm going. When these entities were sent to this, I don't know why I want to say disembowel you. When these things were sent to unalive you, and wreak havoc on your life, they stopped. Because you have what you call the seal of God. You have the cosmic seal. You don't have a universal seal. You have a cosmic seal. This ain't for this is for a select few people. I'm not talking to everybody that's on this live. I just want to make that abundantly clear. This is a very small select few of people. This thing say, I cannot touch him or her because she has the he or she has the cosmic seal of God. And because they are in the cosmic seal, like I'm in the cosmic seal, I cannot do this. Watch this. Because you cannot sacrifice a divine being. I said it. You want to know why you can't take some people out of here? Why your sacrifice for fame ain't being heard? Because you keep trying to sacrifice a cosmic divine being that is not set by the laws of the universe, but is set by cosmic law. They come from the direct bloodline and lineage from the councils of light, him or herself. That's why you can't sacrifice that person. You keep trying and it keeps coming back to you. And now because these people this is why God kept telling them to stop. It wasn't to, listen, I'm gonna help you right now understand why. It wasn't that God was like, oh, I love you, my child, stop. I love you, my child, stop. No, God was saying, look, you are forcing me to reveal the true reasons why I'm trying to tell you to stop. Because, see, it's going to scare the shit out of you when you learn who this person is. Because, see, this person has the ability, just by blinking their eyes, to not only take you out of here, but to tell me where to put your soul at for all eternity. But because you won't stop, now you're now subjected under this person's rule. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I didn't hear something. Rafiki, what you saying? This person is now under your rule. These people are now under your rule. These people are being told to walk away from these deities. Stop calling on these deities. Stop trying to make shit right. Because, see, the chariot wheels are still turning, but now they're turning toward them. And they know this. This is why these people are panicking. They're in fear. They're having anxiety attacks. They're having panic attacks. They're having nightmares. They're having night terrors. Honey, these people are not even asleep and they're having night terrors. They're not having daydreams. They're having day nightmares. They're having day nightmares. They're not getting sleep. They're not getting rest. They're not resting in the day. They're not resting in the night. They're not resting at all. Thank you, Siobhan, for joining the Epic Mystic membership. I'm telling you right now, these people have been told to walk the fuck away. Because this is what's coming. Actually, this is what's here. Death. She's knocking on doors. Y'all remember that angel of death going in the Old Testament when the children of Israel was told when they was in captivity, put this blood over your doorpost because when the angel of death passed by, he's gonna go in the Egyptian's house and take the firstborn child. And see, some of y'all was like, oh, that's so harsh. You're killing the firstborn child. Oh my God. But guess what? That's the casualties of war. That's the casualties of war when motherfuckers keep getting told to stop fucking with you. See, this is the problem. They didn't weigh up the cost before going to war. It's unfortunate that them Egyptians got that ass tapped because of their egotistical pharaoh who would not let the people go. That's the problem. See, you got a lot of people who was in rule and got a set of power who's an emperor or an empress and they feeling they self. Yeah, I said it. That's a dig. Take it as it is. Pun it, motherfucking intended. Who think they got power and keep putting other people at risk. They keep putting other people at risk. I'm going to say it again. They keep putting other people at risk. The death of the firstborn didn't have to come to these Egyptians. It could have stopped right there at Pharaoh's house. But guess what? God told him through Moshe, aka Moses, he told him, look, I'm going to put these plagues in your life and your people's life. Your people going to get touched because of you. He didn't give a fuck. Because he felt like he had a point to prove. Who is bigger? That's that Nimrod spirit. Same spirit, different body. We've seen it in Nebuchadnezzar. That's that spirit of, I want to defy God. I want to defy the laws of gravity. I want to defy. I don't know why I don't know why the laws of gravity just came out of my mouth, but I let it come out. I want to defy the cosmic laws. These people have been, listen, these people have been rendered guilty in physical prison, in physical law, in physical court. They've been rendered guilty in spiritual court, and now they've been found guilty in cosmic court. This is the highest courts you can get to. Cosmic court. If you are found guilty in cosmic court, you are guilty in the multiverse. There is no way of getting out of what's been rendered. Now, these cosmic beings have released an executioner spirit. And now this executioner spirit got hellhounds. These people had to get fucked up in 7 different ways. Okay, you don't think I... Keep watching. See, I don't have to prove anything to you. What I'm telling you is going to come to pass. It's already happening. It's already happening. And if you're on the right side of this, you don't have to worry about shit. But I'm telling you right now, for those of you who are watching, who are on the wrong side, and you know who you are because y'all niggas love to watch, because I'm like the crack in your life. I am the heroin that comes into your veins. I am your pusher man. You can't stop watching me. I know I'm addictive as fuck. I get it. Because they wanted to win at all costs. But they're having to walk away. They're having to withdraw. They can't do it anymore, honey. These people are fucking scared. They are scared. And listen, anytime they keep coming up against cosmic laws, they get humbled. Again, it's the same thing in a different way. It took for Pharaoh to lose his firstborn. Watch this. He didn't back off. He got angry. And his anger led him to be, watch this, him and his armies to be swallowed up in the sea. I'm about to say in the fiery sea. So now we got the help of the water world here, which is actually connected directly to the spiritual, to the underworld. Don't think these mermaid and mermen is so cute. Little Mermaid got you fooled, motherfuckers. I just want you to know that. He got headphones on, so he can't hear me. Baby Mystic. You see? Knight of Cups. What did I tell y'all? Knight of Cups. All I did was split the deck. I wasn't even looking. Look at that. Knight of Cups. Knights. Defenders, protectors from the water world, from the water realm. I know what I'm talking about. They celebrating. You know why? Because some shit has been conquered. You don't see it yet because it's catching up in the 3D. It's about to be a lot of fucking heads that's about to be split open on the ground. Do you hear me? You might be walking down the street, minding your business, and all of a sudden somebody just dropped before you start convulsing. I'm telling you right now, the sheep has been made separate from the goats. Know that. That line has not only been drawn in the sand, it's been defined, honey. Trust me, we about to see. You about to see which one of your family members is about to fall on which side. The ones that's been undercover this whole time. Oh, you know, you need to pray for your auntie now. Your auntie got lung cancer. No, I ain't praying for shit. Because that bitch was evil and she knew what the fuck she was doing. I ain't praying for shit. I'm not wasting my good prayers or my good light and love. That bitch can croak for all the fuck I care. Y'all said it. Ooh, she's so harsh. I don't give a fuck. When these people was making their livelihood off of you and your energy, getting apart. Listen, I had people in my own family that got in on the ritual of my daughter's death. Are you kidding? The fuck I want to pray for these people for? I ain't praying for nothing. These people wanted to see you dead, and if they could have stood over you to watch you draw your last breath in satisfaction, trust me, they would have paid to see it. There are some people in that entertainment industry that have watched people die. They get off on watching someone's last breath be rendered. They're sickos. Are you kidding me? You better not pray for none of these people. Let's get into it. Knight of Swords. We got heavenly protectors here. This is 14. 14 is what? What is 14, y'all? Temperance? Oh. 14 is temperance, right? Or it's 12 temperance. 13 is death. And then 14 is what? What's 14 in the major arcana, y'all? We got the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant. You about to see a distinctive person fall from grace here. This is someone who lied and said they was a high priestess, and they were not. This person stole your energy and lied and said they were you and got all these benefits. But they didn't get benefits from everybody, honey, because some of these people can see through this shit. Yes, it's the temperance. Something is definitely being made whole. You got angelic warriors that's really going in right now. You got all kind of, listen, this Star Wars that is happening, this final battle, this galactic battle that's happening as I'm speaking, this got everybody coming together in the galactic realms and in the spiritual realms. They got one common enemy, honey. This shit about to be, I'm telling you, this is it. You want to see the golden age come back into play? You watching it in real live time. Look at this 5 of Cups. This is the energy that these people are in. Look. And look, this Leviathan spirit is being slain. This thing that came and knocked over this person's cups. Look how small they are compared to how big that is. A beast. Like a David and Goliath energy, right? Look at that. They're being shown. Don't let this small body fool you. This person has been given the power to slay entities. So who do you think you are? I heard entities under my command slaying this beast here. Beast won't even come up against you because of the power that you possess and hold. And yet these people thought that they can just take you out of here. 8 of Cups again. Walk away, withdraw. Walk away, withdraw. Because these people are disappointed. Walk away, withdraw. Walk away, withdraw. They feel like we didn't put in all this work. And not only did we not get in what we wanted, but now we cursed. Yes. Walk away, bitch. Walk away, bitch. Well, I keep hearing that. Walk away, walk away. 3 of Pentacles. That teamwork. Listen. There go that goat energy. That Sagittarius man goat energy here. Orion, the hunter. That's that lineage of narcissistic men that come from that fallen angel, spilt blood Cain energy that killed Abel. That Virginia energy. Yeah, I said it. I'm not saying everybody from Virginia, but I said it. Because they work together to try to take you up out of here. But now they walk the fuck away. Ain't nobody stunting you. Page of Pentacles. What is this? 11. Justice. Here comes a message of justice. And it's a page of pentacles, which means you're going to see it in the flesh. What did I tell you? Listen, look. This is what you don't see. I know what I'm saying, honey. Trust and believe that. I know what spirit I'm on. I know what spirit I'm in. I'm not going to take this card. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. 6 of Cups. You're getting ready to go into, you are going into an energy of joy. I don't know why I'm hearing Sam Cooke. I was born by the river. And there's a river here. In a little tent. Oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming. But I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I hear that. And I know that's a sad song. To me, that song is sad. And you know, side story, my mama was dating the man whose car Sam Cooke was had the night he passed away. He was a real estate agent named Mr. P who came knocking on the door asking for, could I borrow one of your cars? Okay. He was going to meet with somebody. And I do believe he did not say he was going to meet a whore or a prostitute, honey. He was going to meet somebody about a business venture. Sidebar conversation. He was set the fuck up. That is not alleged. Sam Cooke was set up by elites because him and Otis Redding had became one of the most powerful pieces on the chessboard. Because not only was starting to own their own rights, but they was owning their own publications, and they was coming to merge powers together, and they were going to try to get James Brown in on it. That is not alleged. I know what I'm talking about. And so they unalived Sam Cooke and said he was fucking with some hoes because, let's just face it, Sam Cooke, like many other men, especially in those days and now, their weaknesses is a pretty face and a wet pussy. Let's just go there, okay? They offed Otis Redding in a plane crash, I think either right outside of Louisiana or in Louisiana. There's conflicting reports. I read it was in Minnesota somewhere, and then I read it was in Louisiana. Scared Aretha Franklin so damn bad that she stopped flying. Did you know that? Did you know Aretha Franklin stopped flying because of the way they unalived Otis Redding? Did you know that? And the man from one of the band members from the Barclays was the only one who survived that plane crash. That man had PTSD, I think, for the rest of his life. I think he just either recently died or he's still alive. I'm not sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong, because that's why I said I'm not sure. I'm not going to act like I know everything. And I do know that one of the people that was on that plane was Jazzy Faye's father, the producer Jazzy Faye from Georgia. The one who did a lot of Sierra's songs. So I know what I'm talking about. If I'm not sure, I'm going to tell you I'm not sure. And I think there was one other person that they either unalived, but he wasn't as important as the other two. And when I say as important, because he wasn't a well-known singer or something. But there was a lot that was going on. Okay? And then you can even dive deeper with Bobby Womack, honey. How the hell he supposed to be best friends with Sam Cooke and ended up, I think, either marrying and fucking his wife, and then all to divorce her or stop messing with her, and then to marry and start fucking the daughter. Like, it's the child, a bunch of shit. That's why you got to be careful who you trust. In the age-old words of Tupac, don't trust no fucking body. Don't trust nobody. Unless God tell you to trust them. Hell, don't even come up here trusting me. Unless you know for sure. Question everything. Trust nobody. And some people will tell you that so that your guard can be let down toward them. So you be careful when people tell you don't trust nobody, not even me. Because some of them people, that's a reverse psychology. They want you to trust them. I don't give a fuck if you don't trust me. Because I know my heart. I ain't got shit to prove. I'm done proof. Honey, I've been a people pleaser majority of my life. It came with the loving Libra spirit that I was born into. But honey, I can tell you, for 38 long years coming tomorrow, I can stand before you and the throne room of God and say with all sincerity and love in my heart that I really don't give a fuck anymore. And that is on God, and that is in the love of God. I mean that with every fiber of my being. I don't care if you don't trust me. Honey, go where you know you can trust. That's the case. Don't watch me, baby. I may not be for you. But one thing I'm going to do on this live and on this channel is set you the fuck free. Now, either you can eat what I'm serving, or honey, you can pass it up. There's plenty of restaurants. But I'm not responsible if you get poisoned as somebody else shit, because I don't serve poison over here. Okay? What else? Because these people are, they went from being pissed to now scared. You know, right when the sea opened up and they was traveling through there, it wasn't until, watch this, it wasn't until Pharaoh got into the dead zone that he realized, Lord, I done sealed my fate. He couldn't, watch this, he couldn't turn back. He couldn't keep going forward. Because right at that moment, he realized he fucked up. Them walls of that water came crashing in. This is what's going on with these people. It's too late. You were their Christ. You was the Christ sent to fallen angels or fallen people. They wanted to be redeemed by God so bad. They wanted God himself to come down. That's what it was. How dare you tell God what form to take? God can take any form. God can rest on any man. God can rest on any person or anything. God can rest on a bird or a beast if God wanted to. But then they come in the form of melanin and a woman, you want to get pissed. But now they can't get pissed anymore. These people are crying. These are tears. These cups represent tears. And they're crying over spilled milk. This cannot be rectified. This is why God kept saying, stop, 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 stop. Turn away, turn away, turn away. Stop, stop, stop. I'm trying to redeem you. They didn't hear that. Now they get it, but it's too late. It's too late. And it's going to be too late. You should have thought about that, motherfuckers. You should have thought about that. Now, I'm not going to take these because it didn't come out. It only flipped over. But this is the Queen of Cups here. And this is the Four of Wands. They see you moving into celebration. And I'm going to just be honest with you. Some of these people are not, they know they can't stop this. They know. Only these people with this pharaoh mentality is going to keep trying. Okay? But they are going to be the ones that's going to be made the examples for these other, I'm sorry. Some of these people are going to be made examples for the other higher ups that won't stop. Okay? Very few of these people, watch this. You got a huge conglomerate of people that have stopped, believe it or not. They're stopped. There's a lot of people that have stopped. Majority of these people have stopped attacking you, coming at you, throwing black magic, believe it or not. That's why you don't feel a lot of it anymore. There is a small selected few that won't stop. Okay, because they just, for whatever reason, they've been given over to a reprobated mind and they just believe if they keep going, eventually it'll work. No, that's a small select few. But there's a lot of them that are now they're not only turning away, they have turned away, but a lot of them are now feeling like they can help you in some kind of way, shape, form, fashion. For some of you, this is going to be doing witchcraft. They feel like they can help you by doing witchcraft, okay, against your enemies. All right. For some of you, they're going to help protect you. Others of you, they're going to be given monetary gifts. The Six of Pentacles here. For others of you, they're going to help you with your love life. They're also going to help you strengthen your gifts. Some of these people are going to be giving up their gifts willingly to give to you. Spiritual gifts. Some of these gifts is going to be physical gifts. You may have somebody gift you a house and it may feel like it's coming out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere, baby. This was orchestrated. You hear me? And some of these people are honestly trying to make up for what they have done towards you, because these people are seeing your light. And it's celestial. It's not a light that's coming from a light bulb. This ain't no Home Depot light. You can't dim this motherfucker or put a switch on it. This is from the celestial realms. This is a cosmic light that you can't turn off and you can't control. This is a blinding light. Justice. I'm telling you, these people are crying. These tears don't, God say, these tears don't matter no more. I can't cash these tears in. Justice. I told y'all they've been rendered guilty in the cosmos. I'm not lying to y'all. Look at this, the Empress. That's because that's who you are. This Christ woman deity wrapped in the flesh right here. And you're of night because it's an underworld energy here. This owl. Whoo, look at that. Of the waters. I know what I'm talking about. Look at this King of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Because you're from the stars, child. She naked now, so let me just... She naked now. She butt-ass naked. Bush and everything, honey. And I ain't talking about the old president. Honey, I'm you know, ooh. Glory. Hey. Some of y'all may need to run butt-ass naked underneath the moonlight. Shoot, we got the full moon coming back. First quarter moon is passing. We about to be in waxing gibbous energy soon. Here's the star card. They know you from the stars. Now these people is getting an understanding of who you are, why they can't touch you. You see? They also do know that there's some kind of a kingship from above here. Also, the Lyrian race is playing a big part and a big role in this shit. So a lot of these people better back the fuck off, because the Lyrian race, the Lyran race is not as forgiving as most people think they are. They think because this Lyran race is a bunch of cats and some shit that they're meow and purring. But honey, these claws, I don't know, this is Wolverine energy here. Ten of Wands. They back is broke. Honey, they can't do nothing else. Look, this man is famished. There go that owl again. That Athena energy. The hunter is now the hunted. I'm telling you right now, these people are pissed. Look, this man is famished. Look at his ribs going in his pouch. He didn't work all that hard and forgot to eat. Now he's famished. Look at that. And this general in the background. Is this general in the background looking? Ooh. And this mandrill, aka form of a baboon. Rafiki energy here. It's fated to happen. I know what I'm talking about. It's fated. It is written and it is finished. Queen of Swords. I'm telling you, they know they know the position. You have been, listen, you are a celestial energy that is being put in a position of power in front of these people's faces, and they are scared. Listen, okay, hold on. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to finish this up, okay? When the Pharisees and the Sadducees, this is how they got Christ caught up, okay? I'm going to break this down to y'all. Even though it was written for this to happen this way. Just hear me out. The Pharisees and the Sadducees been trying to capture Jesus. He kept disappearing and shape-shifting and shit. Yeah, I said that he was disappearing and he was shape-shifting, using his magician energy and his warlock energy to disappear and all this other shit and shape-shift. That's how he was ducking and dodging niggas, okay? That's how you can tell he was a nigga. Cause he can't nobody duck and dodge like a nigga. You know how we do. Stick and move, bitch. Stick and move. You know how we do it. They kept trying to catch him. He kept trying to get free. I mean, he kept getting free, kept getting loose. They couldn't catch up with him. They couldn't hold on to him. None of that. They couldn't put their hands on him because God kept stopping them. And they kept seeing divine intervention. Divine intervention. It was not yet his time. Divine intervention. Divine intervention. When Christ knew it was his time, he gathered up all his homies. They had a big-ass banquet, a smorgasbord, got all-you-can-eat buffet. Niggas got drunk, was breaking bread. He even was breaking bread with the betrayer that was there. He told them, one of y'all gonna betray me. He put the smack down, laid it all on the line. Peter was even distraught, like, Master, you can't leave us, nigga. We got most smoking weed and learning to do. He was like, look, my time is up here. I'm going to be with y'all, but just in another form. Right? So this is what ended up happening. The Pharisees and the Sadducees knew the only way that they can get to him was through somebody who was vulnerable in their emotions due to the fact, watch this, due to the fact that they were running for a position of power, a political position of power, and they needed to be placed in the eyes of people in a way that they would look like they was helping or doing a service to the population of people at that time. His name was Pontius Pilate. Okay? He was a Roman authoritative figure at those days called Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate was told through a dream to not put Jesus up as a sacrifice. Okay? A Roman. He was Roman. These Pharisees and Sadducees brought this, they brought, watch this, they through their own Jewish set of laws, through the old tradition that was getting ready to be dissolved or made whole or complete by the bloodshed of Christ on the cross. Because remember, he said, I did not come to do away with the law. I came to fulfill it, make it whole, which means love covered the law. So we don't have to be cutting goats and chickens and cows and shit to atone for our sin. Love atoned for us. This is why old boy be preaching you're saved, but you just don't know it. Carlton Pearson. That's why he preaches that. The acknowledgement of salvation is what makes you saved, because he already did it. He took it to the cross. He rose on the grave, that kind of stuff. Okay, now fast forward, because this is I'm about to close with what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna come to a close with the cards. They could not touch him until it was through Pontius Pilate. They accused Christ of being a heretic. They found him guilty in their own courts without him even being present. And then they went to this Roman position, this Roman authority. And then they told him, hey, look, we found him guilty. We need you to find him. They said, look, well, our laws is not your laws. How will you do this? So then they framed him, lied, watch this, an innocent man. Because remember, in order for his blood to be spilt and the world be saved through his love of a living sacrifice, he had to be innocent. So he was not guilty, he was innocent. So they put an innocent man up for red rum to unalive. That was a red rum that these people, you hear what I'm trying to tell you? Let's call it for what it is. When they did that, Pontius Pilate, not him, had a dream. Pontius Pilate's wife had a dream. But before that, remember, he said, okay, I'm going to put two people before you Jews. You Israelites. Do you want Barabbas, this lying, thieving rapist, to be set free? Or do you want Jesus of Nazareth to be set free? They literally said, give us Barabbas, a lying, thieving rapist. over this innocent man. Because the Sadducees and the Pharisees had got into the heads of these people. Mind you, these were the same people who were saying Hosanna and bowing down to him just a few days before when he was coming and riding in on a donkey. The same people who was praising him a few days before that was the same people who said, give us Barabbas. He said, okay. This is Pontius Pilate. He dipped his hands in water. He said, this man's blood on his hands is on y'all. It's not on me. He washed his hands of him being held accountable of this man's bloodshed, because through his wife's dream, he knew this man was innocent. They went into the Roman crucifixion of putting this man on a pole. Hangs on a tree. And you want to know why during slavery days, they was hanging our people on trees? Where did they get the wood to make this cross from? Or this crucifix? Or this pole? Because the Jehovah's Witnesses say he was crucified on a pole. This is true. All of this is true. None of this is a lie. You call it a pole, they call it a crucifix, whatever. He took the curse, became the curse because he was innocent. Only an innocent person could have carried that curse and then transmuted it into love by giving himself up as a sacrifice. And then divinity took him up. These people lied on you. They tried to make you a living sacrifice for their fame and their fortune and their money and their this and their that. These people wanted to become the next Prince and the next Michael Jackson. These people wanted to become the next Angela Bassett and the next Denzel Washington, the next Brad Pitt and the next Angelina Jolie. Some of these people wanted to become the next, I want to say Mariah Carey and the next Jim Carrey. These people wanted to become the next, Kobe Bryant and Magic Johnson and Michael Jordans and the Venus and Serena Williams. These people wanted to be the next them. Not realizing they was trying to sacrifice a cosmic being. It already happened. He was the last one you was going to do. You ain't going to do this one. He willingly came down here to do that. This divine feminine was not sent to be your whore or your placement piece. This divine feminine was sent to stay alive. Because she is the beginning of a new era. She is the gatekeeper. She is the golden era herself. How dare you try to eliminate and annihilate a whole era? You trying to take the whole world out. The world will literally fold up and crumble and be no more. None of y'all would exist. This divine feminine go. Ain't no way. These people are mad. They ain't you. And they can't even approach you to give you a gift of apologies, because Spirit has cut them off with this Queen of Swords here. They know you the Empress. They ain't stupid. They know you a god. They know you a goddess. They not dumb now. And the people whose bodies they was jumping into to use to house their agenda, the ones who was closest to you, now these motherfuckers is shook because they got to pay the piper and pay the price for their role that they played in this shit. And these people can't make you the villain anymore. They can't lie on you and get people to help them anymore. Because these lies are now found out and everybody's chitter-chattering. That Page of Swords energy. They chitter-chattering. They gossiping about this shit. How much shit this person has accumulated off of these lies. All of these houses and cars and all of these accolades. Some of these people probably became secret ambassadors from one country to another because they stole your energy, masking to be you. And now they got to pay this shit back. Crimes against humanity now. The United Nations even got an answer to a galactic council, whether you want to believe that or not. These people ain't stupid. They know we're not alone in this universe. But yet they keep trying to hide the fact. And they don't want, well, as long as we're going to let them think whatever they want. But as long as we don't say it, we already know we ain't alone. The shit I done seen in Sedona alone didn't let me know I ain't motherfucking alone. And trust me, I done seen stuff way before I even went to Sedona and put that up on my Instagram page, which is still up there. I ain't took it down and I ain't gonna take it down. I done seen shit before then. Way well before then. I know what time it is. These people have no choice now but to abide by the motherfucking rules. Because they tried to break them. They didn't want to believe that you was a divine being. Because that was going to make you above them. They wanted you to be beneath